到底部叫
אודיאון, מחקר, אבל אפשר לראות אותו רק בעין ארכיאולוגי. אודיאון זה תיאטרון קטן להקראת טקסט. אגורה, השוק, שממש
Non, Bet Shean. Bet Shean, m'pa konnen ville ça, m'pa gen explikasyon en français. Men a cherché dans internet là, Bet Shean. Beitshien.
Call this place Bisan. We call it Beit Shean. Beit Shean. We call it Bisan. It's written on the hieroglyphs in the Bible. They arrived in here and conquered this place. Why would they conquer this place? Remember we spoke about when we stood on top of Mount Carmel, when we stood on top of Megiddo. We explained why it's so important, because this is a junction. A major junction of trade, commerce, and control of the entire world. Every single artifact leaving Europe on its way to Asia, leaving Europe on its way to Africa, has to go to Israel. If I control the major trade routes and the major junctions, this is the major one of them, I control the world. And by controlling the world,
C'était un centre de contrôle du commerce international. Centre de contrôle du commerce international.
and theaters, with hippodromes and colosseums. We did all of that over here, and we stopped for excavation. Temple and major sites. The actual ancient city is this mound that we see in the back. On top of this mound would have been the temple of the city, the temple to the gods of the city. If I'm going back into this. So for me, when I come in here, all I have to do is open the Bible. And as I open the Bible, okay, I find something phenomenal. I go back to the Bible, and the first time I hear about it is in the book of Judges. When
Livre de
conquest
Juges.
of the country by Joshua, the son of Nun, of the country, describes the site, saying that Manasseh would not inherit.
what chapter?
I'll tell you in a minute. I don't have it written here. It's in. I'll give you the actual location in a minute and the verse in a minute. And Manasseh did not inherit Beit Shean, and the Canaanites were allowed to sit over here, which means that the city, part of the conquest of the country, was not given to the tribe of Manasseh that was here, but was left to the Canaanites who were living here before. Okay? This is a crucial thing to understand. So the city was never conquered, occupied, and given to the Israelites when they arrived in here from Egypt. And that leads us to this continuation of the story. At that point, the country was governed by the 12 tribes. It was governed by the priests. There was no king in the country. The ruler was the high priest, the descendant of Aaron. And this is how the country was ruled for almost 360 years. With the tabernacle located in Shiloh. Where is Shiloh? Not far from Jerusalem, north of Jerusalem. But then the people came. In the book of Samuel, we find it so clear. The Jews arrived into the high priest and told him, appoint us a king. And he goes to them, guys, listen, a king is not good for you. A king will govern you. A king will take you down. Don't get a king. You have a priest. You have the man of God governing you. And the people says, no, we want a king. We understand what it means. We want to be ruled by somebody. What? Like the other nations. Want to be like the other nations. And Samuel actually said in the words of God, don't. They said, no, we want it. By the way, I don't know if you just understand what I just said. This is the first ever people's decision on a ruler. How do you call it today? Democracy. It wasn't invented by the Greeks. It was invented in the Bible. People wanted to elect a king. The king was not chosen by God. Saul was not chosen by God.
It was a theocratic.
Saul was chosen by the people. That's democracy. By the way, this is why Israel is the only country in the world that did not have a civil war, going from creation to a democracy. Most countries in the world that went from monarchy to democracy had to go through some kind of a civil war, or within their democracy had to go to a civil war. There never been a civil war. We elect. We're used to it all the way from the biblical times. We elect the king, and that's going to be our choice.
Jeroboam and Rehoboam, when Solomon died, then
Right.
they divided.
They divided, but it still wasn't a civil war.
They were
It
just
was a
separate.
division.
They fought each other sometimes.
There was a division, but then King David and actually united them all together in Jerusalem.
No, but after
Yeah,
Solomon,
after Solomon, yes, there was a split between the Israelites and the Judeans, which the Israelites chose their own kings. But again, it's all due votes. Okay, it's a choice to be made. Now, why am I saying that? Because when God had anointed David, the outcome of it was very, very simple. David was anointed, and Saul did not like it. He did not like it mainly because how do you overthrow a king?
I got taking the arms. Kill them.
The only way is to kill him. There is no way to take a king's location in Lot unless you're killing him. But David didn't want to kill Saul. No. Saul was like a father to him. He raised him. He was his boy in the house. He grew up with his son, Jonathan. The life was together. The life was embedded with the life of Saul. Saul was his king too. He was one of those who elected him too. I'm not going to go against my king, against my chosen guy. Okay? Yet the point is that when God told him, you're going to be the king, and David says, no, I'm not going to push him out, it had to be done by the hands of God. And eventually, as weird as it is, as many times as Saul tried to kill David, so he will have no competition, and David managed with the help of God to escape, and we'll talk about it when we'll be by the Dead Sea, at the place called En Gedi. At the end of the day, Saul died in a war by the Philistines. And that leads us back to the Bible, this time to Samuel 1, chapter 31, phrase 10. And at that point, the Philistines took his carcass and stuck it on the walls of Beth-shan. This is Beth-shan. The walls of the city would have been over here. This is not the city of King Saul. This is the Roman city. King Saul was 1,000 years before that. Okay? But on the walls of this city, they hang Saul and Jonathan, who died on the foots of Mount Gilboa that we're going to drive by it on our way down south. Okay? It's happened here. All right, guys? So if I go back to the Bible, all I have to do is open the Bible. We'll stop in a minute in a place that David laminated on Saul and Jonathan. We're going to do it in a few minutes after we get that. But I do want us to join you over here as we walk down towards the theater. Questions?
Yes.
Yes.
So you said, when did you live in Egypt? When they first came in?
Yes.
So there are people already there?
Of course, the Canaanites, and the Jebusites, and the Ammonites, and the Moabites. And there's so many. There are so many who lived here. And all these nations were conquered by Joshua. in the book of Joshua,
Yes,
in the book of Judges.
yes.
And then before that, God told us.
Other questions? Let's go, please. Follow me.
Donc, nous pouvons comprendre que tout ça se dit là, c'est que non, ok. Ok. Moi, je prétends. Oui.
Kapitano. Kapit. Ayet. Dul. Yes. Yes, on. Bari lot.
Ça n'a pas regardé l'autre bois, c'était côté, il y a un pile Dieu, ou un pile Dieu que a adoré.
That happened in the year 614. All right? That was the invasion of Detroit.
C'est beau dire. Non, mais allez, ma prétendre. Ok. Ok.
which nobody could see the city behind it. The artist, the flair, used to climb up into these rooms. There were entrances and windows and balconies that the show was not only done on the stage, but into where it sat. And performed there. There will be a place here for giving notification, and the main thing is when you're going down there.
Who has to be careful?
Yeah, yeah.
If you don't mind walking down the steps,
Careful, Buster.
get on the stage. Please be careful. Be careful.
Don't go that fast. My heart will go too fast when you do that. She's an aventurous. Look at that.
Watch your step as you're going down.
She went all the way down.
To the left. To the left. Go on the stage.
Go in the middle of the stage, Pastor Margie.
So cool.
Yes.
I'll take a video of you singing. Go to the left. There's a step. Oh, yeah. Can you request, Pastor, of what you want her to sing?
I know what I want to sing.
You know, that's good enough. You don't have to be loud, by the way. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
You see, I'm not speaking any louder than I spoke before. You can still hear me, right? It's the most amazing acoustics here.
Yeah.
Please, Pastor.
Majesty. Worship His Majesty.
Nou ka ron nou kont kote nou ye la genyen yon arrangement akoustik extraordinaire. Dame kap chante ya, lep chante sans micro, et voilà que voile rive vin joindre nous jusqu'ote nou ye a. Donc lap chante sans micro.
Victory today is mine. I told Satan, let me behind. For victory today is mine.
Now you can come, you don't have to go down, you can come from here and go up from there and meet us over there. So you won't have to climb up these steps. Any questions, my friends? We're heading out.
Where's mommy? Mommy's back. You take a picture of me, mommy's back. No, you were good. I actually thank you, mommy. I asked her, mommy, that you see she wants to That's me. I see mine. I see myself.
You're taking a selfie then. Follow the stick.
Oh, you see yourself?
Allez, après, tu l'as là, allez, juste devant.